material. So this was used in Agni missile 1989 to reach the re-entry phase and finally reach the target of 2000 kilometers. That my friend, he is, my friend is, his name is Doctor, he is Professor B.N. Prasad, some Nizam Institute of Medical Science. He visited my laboratory after Agni launch. I took him around, he is my close friend of mine, he is an orthopedic surgeon. I took him round my laboratory. He locked on to this Agni heat shield. He lifted so light. He said, so light. What is a material? All questions he asked, I answered. He told me, Kalam, you are doing missile, what's the idea? But I have got a big mission for you. He took me to his hospital. That hospital he took to his ward. The ward is an orthopedic ward. There are hundreds of people operating. He is a great surgeon also. He showed me a children ward, about 15 children. As soon as we entered, myself, Professor Prasad entered, the children, the calipers they had, calipers. And they were polio patient, they were cured polio patient. They started immediately, took the calipers and started wearing after seeing us. Because so heavy, they don't want to wear it. 4 kilograms each set of caliper. So he said, you see the problem. The caliper children don't want to wear. 4 kilograms it weighs. The kids, how it can be comfortable. The material what you have done, fantastic material. Why not use this material? And he gave a big challenge to me. I took to my friends the message, and we took a mold of dimensions of 15 children, polio patient children who are getting cured, and we made 20 sets of the calipers, and in 6 weeks, and then we went fitted there. On a particular day, it's 400 gram. 4 kilogram has become 400 gram, 1/10 of the weight. When the children wore, they were so happy. They started running here and there. When their mother saw, and I saw the tears. I told my student Stephanie, the tears was my bliss. So friend, I have some connection with the medical community and the armed forces as well as civilian sector, particularly heart fellows, the heart people, heart doctors. These heart doctors are my favorite doctors throughout the country. I meet them quite often. And various conferences, and also there is one friend, Professor Somaraju for me, Care Hospital. At that time he was in Nizam Institute of Medical Science. He invited me to show how the angiography is done, how angioplasty is done. Angiography will reveal where are the arteries blocked. Angioplasty, using the cardiac stent, they will insert and through a umbilical type of thing. And when Somaraju was doing this, he is a famous man in this area, angioplasty, angioplasty. He has done thousands. He told me it's a big challenge. Each cardiac stent cost 1.5 lakhs at those days, about 1990s. And why not you make cardiac stent? Then I took the material, analyzed. It's free, the iron oxide should not be there. It's a unique material, and fortunately that material we are using one of our missile system as a component gyros. So immediately jumped into it, a cardiac stent, Now you can make a collaboration with the engineers, collaboration with the doctors, you can make a device. But the device getting to the human being is a Himalayan task, because there is so much of rules and regulations, and there's a drug controller, and so many people. You have to do so many animal tests, various type of animal tests. We did animal tests, then human tests, multicentric tests, like that. Finally, it took us 6 years, a cardiac stent put in the person. So we started using it. That cost us only 20,000. From 1 lakh, it becomes 20,000. So it's called Raju Kalam stent. Of course, now it has gone through various modifications, and we brought down the cost of the cardiac stent also. And it is possible that we can make it. Message I want to give you, since you are all doctors, wherever you go, whether the medicine you give or medical equipment you use for diagnosis and treatment, you find 90% important. Now a big challenge for all of you. The Illuminati challenge is 2014. How do we collaborate with your colleagues, engineering colleagues? Wherever you are, there is an engineering college. You can bring them engineers to your lab, medical labs or medical hospital. Tell them this is what imported equipment we are using. Can you do it? See, in my life I have seen I can do many things for patients. So from this, I visualize AFMC collaboration to one of the engineering colleges, here number of engineering colleges, Pune, and a research lab to develop innovative devices system by harnessing both medical and engineering communities of the country. You should think big, that I am sure you can do it. Now, you see, whether you are a medical practitioner or whether you are a medical researcher, one quality, very important quality, is culture of excellence. Culture of excellence. What is culture of excellence? Excellence in thinking, action is the foundation for any mission. What is excellence? Friends, you all belong to youth community, most of you, which should stand for culture of excellence. Moreover, excellence is not by accident. It is a process where an individual, organization or nation continuously strives to better oneself. The performance standards are set by themselves. They work on their dreams with focus and are prepared to take calculated risks and do not be deterred by failures as they move towards their dreams. Then they step up their dreams as they tend to reach the original targets. They strive to work to their potential. In the process, they increase their performance, thereby multiplying further their potential, and there is an unending life cycle phenomena. They are not in competition with anyone else but themselves. That is yourselves. That is the culture of excellence. I am sure each one of you will aspire to become a unique with culture of excellence. Now friends, I thought since another 10 years, another 15 years, you all were fresh doctors. You may lead some institutions. Research group you may lead, or a hospital you can lead. So I visualized a dynamic health center or a hospital, how it should be. Because since you are all young fellows, boys and girls, I think you must get a message. Message is my visualization of great healthcare centers. I visualize a great healthcare center with following characteristics. Number one, patient is the most important person in the hospital. When the patient enters, the hospital presents, the patient enters, hospital present an angelic look. And all the team members of the hospital always wear smiles. The patient feels that I am going to get cured. That is the appearance of the hospital. And the people, whether it's a paramedical staff, or the nurse, or the doctor, or the super boss, all of them have got one ornament. That ornament smile. So that hospital attracts a lot of people because they get a feeling, patient get the feeling, I am going to get cured. The hospital consumes less electricity and less water by adapting green building for all modernization tasks. The choice of the power source is solar and wind. I stay in a circuit house. Yesterday night, today, the water, when I open water, you use a lot of water in our system. And you want a hot water comes. It's a solar powered circuit house. The hostel premises are totally noise free. That's very important. All the tests, this I am writing after visiting some hospitals, both inside of the country and outside of the country. All the test reports and treatment schedule are attached to the database of the patient through electronic medical record, without the need of the patient or themselves to search for the reports. The database is updated, authenticated every hour when he is in the hospital. Maintain the database of all the cases treated by the hospital in the past which are easily retrievable. Patient is not subjected to diagnostic pain. I have explained already to you. The surroundings of the hospital are green with full of trees with seasonal flowers and pleasant wall paintings. Further, expansion of the hospital is in vertical mode, leading to fast movement of the patient and doctor for medical treatment. It's not multiple buildings. There is no case of hospital-induced infection. It's very important. Since there are young fellows, remember there should not be a case of hospital-induced infection. He is coming for cure. You can't give the infection for a proper bed sheet is not used, or better proper injection needles not used, and there is no case of hospital-induced infection to the patient due to biocontamination. The patient feels that this is the best place to be treated. The hospital is fully IT enabled, leading to a virtual connectivity of the patient to the doctor, nurse and chief of the hospital 24/7. Hospital is also networked with the other hospitals if they are not economy driven, profit driven. The hospital is not networked with the other hospital nationally, internationally for seeking expert medical advice on unique cases. The daily medical conference, this is very important, daily medical conference attended by the chief of the hospital, doctor, nurses, paramedics, and relatives of the patient. Sometimes patient problems not known. And patient relatives of the unique cases reviews problems the patient find integrated solution. Now friend, with this I thought I will share one of my great friend life I have seen. I have known Dr. G. Venkataswamy for over 3 decades. After retirement, he is ophthalmologist. After retirement, he trusted mission of Aravind Eye Hospital in Madurai. one of the greatest hospitals, an eye hospital. He has created many leaders in the field who are spread to various parts of the world. Whichever eye hospital I visited in India, I met number of doctors who had been trained by Dr. Venkataswamy's institution. Dr. Venkataswamy championed the community ophthalmology service in Tamil Nadu and surrounding regions. This was at a time when there was tremendous amount of cataract backlog. The mass movement in treatment of cataract shifted from improvised operating room to hospital operating room facilities. Aravind has successfully integrated their core competence of community ophthalmology with modern medical treatment research. It's a highly referred institution in the whole of world for ophthalmology. Dr. Venkataswamy implemented his principle around the hospital must provide services to rich and poor, yet the eye care facility must be financially self-supporting. The entire Aravind eye care system is conducting an average 800 eye surgeries per day and annually treat over 2.5 million patients. They are providing for every 30 paid patients free treatment for 70 patients. Do you follow? I read it again. The entire Aravind care system is conducting an average 800 eye surgeries per day, annually treat over 2.5 million patients. They are providing for every 30 paid patient free treatment for 70 patients who cannot afford. This principle is achieved through high quality, large volume care, well organized system. So friends, this is a very important message we want to give you. How even after retirement, a man can start a mission, great mission, and is a world well-known mission today, ophthalmology. Now, I would like to conclude with one statement. What is called the biology of beliefs. Now, friends, I was asking myself, is there any inputs and research which is coming from both physio-psycho brain researchers because of the advent of neurosciences coupled with quantum theory? Now quantum theory has come in a big way. How medical community benefited quantum theory. I was reading a book, The Secret Path. You must read that book, fantastic book, by Paul Brunton. According to the author, the conscience is explained scientifically by the reason that the thinking process and biological process converge through quantum mechanics. He says the physics and biology are interlinked and that atomic level matter does not even exist, it only has a tendency to exist. Recently a friend of mine who is a scientist sent me a book, Biology of Beliefs. Every one of you read this book, Biology of Beliefs, by Dr. Bruce Lipton. The author is one of the greatest scientists in the bioscience. After 20 years of research, he attributes the origin of human diseases and their cure have basis of our intrinsic thinking and relationship with our biocells. The book talks about a new approach which highlights the importance of placebo. Many of you know placebo effect. Now, how it is actually powerful belief. The author says, my friend author says, doctors should not regard the power of belief as something inferior to the power of chemicals and scalpel. They should let go of the belief that the body and its parts are essentially stupid. Unquote. Now finally friends, my favorite hospital, of course India has got a number of favorite hospitals, my favorite hospital, AMC one of them, but now I am going to talk to you one of the world famous John Hopkins Hospital. Institute of Health in the US in a survey found that 95,000 deaths every year occur in the United States due to medical errors, either by doctors or the supporting staff.